right. Yeah. So an unprecedented, unusual message for me. I don't normally make this kind of message, but I'm compelled to. I want to encourage you all to consider the possibility that moral relativism in general, is not applicable to absolutely everything. It's relative. Relativism is relative. So you can't just if you. It's like, well, it depends on what it is, right? I had a good friend of mine. We were talking recently. We talked to him regularly. He's not a Christian, but it was like, it's kind of like, well, trying to get, he's like, well, relativism, it works for God, works for you, and he's trying to say, well, what's the difference in, say, a stripper and a ballet dancer, and I say, well, a ballet dancer isn't trying to get you to give her cash and or put cash in her G-string by appealing to your lust, because they both have dance abilities, and being a stripper is, of course, really athletic, doesn't mean that's the same thing. And I have been out here driving around in circles in this country for over a year, and there's nothing. I haven't found any place. The people that I've met, most of them either fallen away or we've become better friends. But that isn't the point, right? That's probably part of the process, but it's not the end game. And I realize that I'm sitting out here. We don't have any idea. Like, this isn't vacation. I have no desire to sit out here. I just shaved in the rearview mirror, in the visor mirror, but standing out here in the desert. I mean, I look like I'm clean, but it's like you're not. This isn't civilized. We're. It's madness. Last night, a bunch of cops were driving around, obviously looking for somebody. I've been here for a while now, and this location, and cops driving around, like kind of crazy for a while, like multiple loops around the campground, looking for somebody. And it struck me as a bad sign, but at the end of the day, you wake up and you're like, well, I thought it was going to be cloudy today. It's technically now it's kind of starting to become cloudy, and it's not hot, but I'm not going into town early. It's too far. It's a production. I want to get to the point. Good. It's not that long yet. I want to get to the point. Moral relativism is a luxury item. It doesn't exist out here. If it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for, you say, well, it works for you. It's like, well, yeah, but it would work for you too if you realized it was true. I am the last person in the world who's going to embrace an ideology or a faith or a tradition because it's what I grew up with. That would be not a selling point for me. Oh, this is how I grew up. Well, that's actually something not to do. I grew up, in an alcoholic, narcissistically abusive household. I'm going to avoid that. I grew up, kind of stuff. I grew up with religious abuse, for example. You avoid religion. Well, I didn't. If it wasn't for God, what would moral relativism do for me out here? I'm not saying it's about the city and the country per se, but I do believe it's about civilization versus being uncivilized, meaning your lifestyle is fundamentally uncivilized. Vis-a-vis, you're homeless. Van life is homelessness with some protection from the elements. It's better than sleeping under a bridge. I can't really be enlightened on that topic, but thanks for your presumptions anyway. What does it do for me out here? This is miserable. I'm not doing anything. I've been driving around this country for over a year. There's nowhere to go. I had a job in Phoenix. That didn't work because my cat was like going crazy with separation anxiety in ways that I've never seen in an animal. It was obviously a bad thing. The job let me go because I was shaving hours off the day. They were really sympathetic, but it just didn't work. So we have no choice. We're sitting out here. I can't leave him in the van. That's been true for a year back in Texas. It's like, well, so it's obvious that there's a purpose for being out here. And I believe that one of them is to just point blank tell you, but also say, I would seriously think it would be wise for you to seriously consider it. Please take it very seriously. moral relativism is a load of bunk. It's not true. It's just not true. You take it out here and you see where it's going to get you. You're not going to feel like, well, I guess I can kind of get by. And no. If you didn't have God out here, you don't have anything. And if you've got and a lot of people are coming and going and they're day trippers or they stay for 2 or 3 nights and it's all normal. They've got somewhere to go. They've got a way to get there. When you're sitting out here with nowhere to go and no way to get there, and you need God. Relativism is not currency in that situation. But it doesn't. What are you going to get out of that? You're not getting anything. It's useless. It's like going up to, it's like paying literally, it's spiritual monopoly money. Moral relativism is spiritual monopoly money, and it's not legal tender in the real world. It might work in Hollywood or New York City or Austin, but it doesn't work, with a bunch of friends, a bunch of hipsters who are still too young to realize that they're wasting their lives needing each other, and that in fact all of a sudden time is gonna hit you like a bag of like a ton of bricks, and you're gonna fall on your ass and realize that you wasted your life on something that is kept you down. But that's another point. So moral relativism is spiritual monopoly money. If that is in any way resonant with you, we have links in the description that you can help us out financially with. We could use it. I'm serious. All right. It's not even a joke. Not going to even start talking about it because another 7 minutes will go by, but it's not a joke. We can use your help. I mean, very much so. Okay. Thank you very much. God bless y'all. Vaya con Dios.